2. The phrase, except when the bill is before a committee, must be interpreted as preventing procedural disruption of active committee proceedings, but does not extinguish the Assembly's plenary authority to permit withdrawal. The Assembly, 3, the Assembly retains constitutional supremacy over the business and may determine whether to grant leave for withdrawal. 4, the request by the Honorable Attorney General and Minister of Justice to withdraw the Vetting Bill 2023 is procedurally in order. 5, the point of order raised by the Honorable Member for Lower Salon is not sustained. Therefore, the Vetting Bill 2023 is hereby deemed to have been withdrawn, as was already decided by the majority of the Assembly on the sitting of Monday, 2nd March 2026, in accordance with the standing orders. Honorable members, the standing orders must be interpreted in a manner that upholds constitutional authority, institutional efficiency, and practical governance. They must not be weaponized to compel the Assembly to continue legislative proceedings that have ceased to serve a policy purpose. I so rule. Speaker. Clerk, we may proceed.
Questions for oral answers.
Point of order.
There's a point of order,
yes.
By the member for
Yes, Honorable Speaker, I think it's on procedural. When members want to ask a question and then you just...
Hello, Honorable Member, you're on a point of order.
Yes, I'm on a point of order.
Can you refer us to the point of order?
I'm reading from the President of Parliament, not the standing order, but from Presidents of Parliament. Whenever members of Parliament ask for questions, really the Speaker should actually listen. And I think procedurally, we need to, procedurally, because if you look at...
No. Please just on a point of order and you take it.
Yes, but it's on 8. 8 is telling you Speaker's rule is final. We understand that. But when Speaker's rule is final, based on various sections of the Constitution of Standing Order and also on what we learned from other sections.
Please, Honorable Member.
It's President, yes.
Honorable Member, please sit down. Point of order. Honorable Member, you are out of order. Point of order. Yes, there's a point of order by a central body.
I'm rising on Order 76. Parliament all over are governed by rules and Rule 76.
Can you read on the 76?
I'm saying Rule 76.
Yes, read it, please.
But you cannot force me. Please, you have to take your time. We are doing the law.
No.
You cannot dictate us, please. Let's maintain. Please. I'm citing 76. I'm citing 76. I'm citing 76. Follow me, please. You cannot force us.
Honorable
now, the person in charge of a bill may make a motion with notice for the withdrawal of a bill at any stage before it has been read the third time, except when the bill is before a committee. Now, our issue here...
Honorable members, order, please. Honorable members for Central Body, please take your seat. I am not entertaining. Point of order. There is no point of order on the ruling because yes, on the which point of order. Yes, can we have a point of order? Point of order, Speaker. Point of order. No, can we have a point of order from Lawson?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. The orders is orders 8C. 1. In case where matters are not expressly provided by the standing orders, any questions of procedure or orders shall be decided by the Speaker. C. The President, customs, traditions, and practice of the Assembly. Honorable Speaker, my orders will go to orders, the Constitution section 108 of the 1997 Constitution. Before going further, you have mentioned the jurisdictions of Commonwealth Parliament, whereby you have not given any reference to orders of that jurisdictions. 1, the rule.
Honorable member, I'm sorry. No, honorable members, no. Oh, please take your seat. Let me address it first. Take your seat. Let me address it first. Honorable members, order. No, order. You cannot run and run here. No, you cannot do that. Please, Central Parliament. Order, honorable member, please switch off your mic, please. No. Switch off your mic. Honorable members. Order, honorable members. Honorable members, you know very well you are out of order. You have to use your mic. No, you have to stop, honorable speaker. No, please take your seat. Honorable member, take your seat. You are a ranking member. Please don't behave like that. Honorable members, we all know what the point of order you people are rising to. You are out of order. You people, don't use your mic, please. Order, honorable members, order. You should tell me to exhaust my point of order. Let me come. Please take your seat. Central Body, we are senior member. Don't behave like that. No, don't do that. Of course, honorable member, don't disrupt proceeding, my friend. Please behave. Honorable member, you cannot disrupt parliament. Behave. Order. Honorable member for Central Body, you cannot behave like that. You think this is Central Body? This is not Central Body. Order, honorable members, order. Honorable members, they know very well it's out of order to subject speaker's ruling to debate or for questions. No. Allowing it. No, honorable members, you know the process to take if you want to challenge this ruling. Point of order, honorable speaker. No, you cannot raise a point of order based on my ruling. No. Clarification. No. You listen this. You allow me to exhaust. No. No. No, we are going to proceed. No. Clerk, let's proceed. Clerk, let's proceed. You are.
Questions for oral answers. Honorable Speaker, point of order, please.
Honorable members, as per order.
You allow me to exhaust my point of order, Honorable Speaker. Because these are procedures.
Speaker, are you about to point of order now? Are you about to point of order? Are you going on now?
Member for Lower Salem, take your seat. Please.
Honorable Speaker, point of order.
Order, please. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, order, please.
Honorable Speaker, you allow me to exit.
Order, please, honorable members. Honorable members, if you disagree with the ruling, you know what to do.
I didn't disagree. I raised a point of order. Please, you are to speak a rule on your own discretion.
Order, honorable members, order. Wait, honorable member for Lower Salem, please take your seat. Please sit down. Lower Salem, please take your seat. You see, honorable members, you can rise on a point of order, or you can, let me say, you can use your mic on a point of order, and that automatic speaker will give you leave to stand on your point of order. But what you cannot do is to abuse the process. If the speaker make a ruling, you cannot stand on a point of order based on the speaker's ruling. If you want to challenge the speaker's ruling, there are processes and procedures that you can take. That is my point. You cannot rise on a point of order based on my ruling.
I'm not challenging your point of order, Honorable Speaker.
I'm on the point of order.
You allow the process.
No,
So that's divided powers.
No, Salu. Point of order. Take your seat.
No.
Point of order.
Please, Central Body, please sit down. Point of order. No, sit down. You rose to a point of order.
But I am not going.
And you are making the statement.
No. I said, I was on order 8.
No, tell your seat. No, because put up your mic. Put up your mic, please. Put up your mic. Put up your mic. Please take your seat. No, member, please take your seat. Honorable member, you rose to a point of order. Wait, you read the point of order. And you ask the speaker. In his ruling, you said he have not given you example. He should give you example. You cannot be here. You cannot be speaker. You cannot do my work. And you know, no wait, please, honorable members, if you disagree with the ruling of the speaker, there is a process and procedures you need to take. No. You know, members, you are missing the point. When the speaker rule, you see, when speaker rule, if you disagree with the speaker's ruling, you cannot raise a point of order on that. You know, there is a process that you need to follow. That's what I'm saying. Now, what is your point of order, member follower Sal?
Yes, you listen to my point of order. Give me my standing order. What do my standing order? Give me my standing order, please.
Oh, Lower Salum, Yame, thank you, orders, please.
Yes, my orders. I rise on orders 8.
Rising on order 8 on
Yes.
precedents and so on and so forth. About what?
You allow me to come. Madam Speaker, I rise in orders 8. 1, 2B, and C.
Read them, please.
Yes, 1 says, in case where matters are not expressly provided for by the standing orders or any customs of procedures, orders shall be decided by the Speaker. 2A says the constitutions that I'll come and read. 3 says, C says, the President of Custom or Procedures, Traditions, and Practice of the Assembly. Where I'm going to read is on the Constitution, that's section 108, where in your submissions you have not given us any
Now let me help you. Now let me help you. No, let me help you for order. Let me help you for order. I'm on order. No, let me help you. You have finished your order. Let me help you. No, I'm on order. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question.
No, you want to come. No. When you come to the point of order, you don't observe. Yes, I'm done.
No, let me ask you a question.
No, you shouldn't ask me. You are to continue my point of order. If I'm exhausted, then whatever you want to do it. Then, this says, the President of Customs, Procedural, Traditions, of all jurisdictions, to extend that they are inapplicable to the Assembly. And the Constitution says, section 108, the regulation of procedure in the National Assembly. 1 says, subject to the provisions of the Constitution, the National Assembly may regulate its own procedures, that is standing orders, and in particular, make any standing orders for the conduct of the proceedings. Verse 2 says, withstanding anything to the contract of the constitutions or any other laws, no decisions, order or directions of the National Assembly or any of its committee or any speakers relating to the standing orders of the National Assembly or any applications or interpretations of the standing orders or any act done by the National Assembly or the speakers under the standing orders shall be inquired by any other into any courts. Honorable Speaker, my orders here is, you have stated that in your ruling, there is a constitutional provision that you don't mention in your ruling. In other jurisdiction also, you have mentioned in other jurisdiction, you could have told us in the procedures that this and this in this jurisdiction, so these orders are applicable. In the constitution that you have mentioned, in constitution, this provision is applicable. It's very good to understand. This is my submission, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable member, you are out of order. Nominated member Kevalang Fofana, you have the floor.
Honorable Speaker, let's proceed. Because what I was going to propose is
You are out of order.
Okay,
let's proceed.
Questions for oral answers.
Honorable members, as per order paper and order 41(1) of the standing orders, today is questions for oral answers. Furthermore, as reminder, clause 43 of the standing orders limited supplementary questions to 7 in total, 2 from the honorable member asking the question and 5 among other members. Therefore, we will proceed with His Excellency the Vice President, Mr. Mohamed Chalo, and honorable ministers scheduled today to give their oral answers. Thank you. We may proceed, please.
Questions for oral answers.
Thank you very much.
Excellency, the Vice President.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President. Please, you may move to the podium. Questions for which due notices were given to His Excellency the Vice President by honorable members for oral reply. Question number 001 of 2026 by the member for Same constituency.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the culverts constructed by the Office of the Vice President between Same Suruakunda and Pachonki were destroyed during the last rainy season. Could His Excellency, the Vice President, inform this August Assembly if his office is aware of this and what measures are being taken to fix it before the next rainy season?
Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform this August Assembly that the culvert constructed between Same Surakunda and Pachonki was not destroyed per se. There were 2 culverts constructed. This particular culvert has 2 pipe cells which covered the span of the gully at the time. However, due to an increase in the volume of stormwater, part of the flow diverts the culvert and scoring eventually created another gully next to the culvert, thereby disconnecting the culvert and on the other side. Therefore, a bigger culvert is required to connect the 2 sides, which is currently under consideration.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. His Excellency, as you put it, you are quite right that there are 2 culverts. But the first one, that is the bigger one, it is somehow not completed, I can say, although people are crossing. But the second one is already destroyed. Nobody can cross that. I don't know, after the completion, did you get any information from your office?
Honorable Speaker, like I said, my office informed me, and I know the honorable member knows that I had also visited the place. My office informed me that it's not the culvert itself, because of the amount of rain, the amount of water that came in, that actually created the side, this thing, not the culvert itself. But that notwithstanding, they are currently looking at, try to create another culvert to solve the problem.
Majority Leader and member for Kantora.
Thank you very much, Excellency the Vice President. Prior before constructing this new culvert, has there been a proper study to really understand the challenges that had occurred prior before this exercise is conducted?
Yes, Honorable Speaker, there was a study done, and like I said, I have also visited the place. I think the amount of rain that came was not expected, and secondly, the place is also sandy, and I think that is part of the problem.
Member for Latikunda Sabiji, you have the floor.
Yeah, I withdraw my question. It's very similar to what Honorable Majority asks.
The member for Parliamentary, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Your Excellency, the Vice President. Could you, Your Excellency, the Vice President, inform this August Assembly? When was the last time that you physically visited the site? Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, the last time I physical visit was about 12 months ago. Yes.
The member for Brikama North and Minority Leader.
Thank you very much. On Your Excellency, in your response, you did indicate that the bigger culvert is required to connect the two sides, which is under consideration. What is the prospect of the state of the consideration? How soon?
Honorable Speaker, as we speak, they are looking at it.
Honorable Speaker, the question is not answered. So is the prospect of the state of the concept, but may I looking at it? There's no prospect in that.
Minority Leader, you're out of order.
And I asked how soon?
Yes, but you're out of order, you know that.
How soon? Looking at it is how soon?
You are out of order, Minority. Member for Brikama South, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Your Excellency, since you made mention of that, they are looking at it. But is there any possibility of meeting the timeline before the next rainy season for it to be constructed in order to avoid recurrence of water support?
Honorable Speaker, when I say they are looking at it, how soon that is now. We are already on it. That's what my response meant.
No. You cannot do that. No, please, order. Correction number 002 of 2026 by the member for Latikunda.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the President of the Republic recently launched 15 million enterprise fund for the National People's Party Women's Wing. Could His Excellency, the Vice President, inform this August Assembly whether the public funds, including monies from the Consolidated Fund or any other state-owned enterprise, were used to finance the 15 million fund, and provide details of the source of funds?
Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform this August Assembly that public funds are not used for this initiative.
Thank you very much, Honorable Vice President. Every loan attracts interest. Can you inform this Assembly and Gambians what is the interest?
Point of order. Attach. Point of order. There is a point of order from nominated member Kebalang. Hey, honorable members, order. A point of order from nominated member Kebalang Fofana. Honorable Speaker, honorable members, please order. Let's listen to the point of order.
Honorable Speaker, I'm rising on order 43.4. And it states, a supplementary question shall not be in order if it introduces matters not included in the original question and the answers provided. For the avoidance of doubt, whether a supplementary question is within remit shall be determined on answering by the Vice President, Minister or member answering questions on behalf of the Assembly Authority. Honorable Speaker, the original question is premised on whether the Women Enterprise Fund included public funds or monies from SOEs and the sources of the funds. And the response from the Vice President was no public funds were used. The honorable member made a supplementary question with regards to the interest attracted to it, which was not included in the original question or the answer that came from the Vice President. So it is my proposal that you decline his question. Thank you.
Thank you, honorable members. Order sustained and question rule out. We have one more.
Move a motion for the fact that. Can you please sit down? I'm expected to give my question. Honorable Speaker, you already gave me floor to answer my question. Honorable Speaker, can you?
Order, board member, Ladekunda, take your seat. Order, honorable members, please order. You want to move the motion now? Yes. Please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I want to move a motion for the fact that question 0203 and 04 and 05 are all not within the remits of public fund, should be expunged from the. Thank you.
Order, honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. Order, honorable members. Order. Order, please. Honorable Speaker, point of order. Honorable Speaker, point of order.
Honorable Speaker, is not a public fund or the public jurisdiction.
Majority leader, take your seat, please. Latikuna, member for Latikuna Sabiti. Honorable Speaker, point of order, please. Order. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. Majority leader, you have not come properly. You didn't come properly. No.
I said I'm moving on the 53C, motion without notice. For the fact that the said funds are not public fund, this parliament lacks jurisdiction to question it. I'm moving the motion to expunge section 02 to 04 because the parliament can only question the funds if they are appropriated by assembly and the public funds. If they don't fall within the ambit of public fund, you can question it here.
Order. Honorable members, order. Order. Put off your mic. Put off your mic. No.
It's not enough.
Put off your mic, please. Put off your mic, please. Order. Honorable members, order, please. Honorable members, order, please. The question, order. Honorable members, the question passed all administrability test, and it was asked by the member at plenary and answered. So on those basis, I may not allow the motion.
Mr. Speaker.
Please. No, it's also an answer already. Member for Nyanja, you have a point of order.
Thank you very much. You know, it is true, it was only administrative procedure, but this is parliament. Nobody dictates what happened here. We dictate ourselves and based on the standing of. Honorable Speaker, order 38H and I is very clear. Admissibility of questions. H reads, a question shall not ask whether a statement makes in a press or private individual, or private concerns are accurate. I, a question shall not be asked to the character or conduct of any person except in his or her official capacity. And the Vice President have responded. This is a private matter, party matter. What does it have to do with our national interest? Let us be serious, please.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker.
You are a ranking member. You are violating the law.
No, I'm just telling you on the procedure.
No, you are violating.
No,
There is a point of order.
before the point of order, there was a motion that you allow on the floor of the House.
Oh, no.
Please, Honorable, take your seat.
No, that was a motion.
Honorable members, order, honorable members, order. Honorable members, honorable members, you know, duty to administer questions rests on the speaker solely. And in this instance, Speaker admitted it a couple of weeks ago. Honorable members, Joshua and Lower Salem, you always raise point of issues. When the speaker is responding, you are busy discussing. That is why even on the issue when I was ruling on the motion, you couldn't hear. Now you want to disrupt me on that. No, don't console here. Console behind. Go to the lounge and console there. Not here. Honorable members, the admissibility of questions solely rests on the speaker. And speaker admitted this question some weeks ago. And it was asked in plenary here. I agree plenary is supremacy as I indicated earlier on. But it was asked and answered by the Vice President. So, order not sustained. Now, you have a second supplement, your last supplementary, do you have?
Chair, Speaker, I have a very honorable Speaker for the comprehensive rulings. Honorable Vice President, we want to know whether these funds attract collaterals or guarantees. Thank you very much.
The Majority Leader, please put. Majority Leader, put off your mic. I said, put it order where? Okay.
Order 30.
There is a point of order by Majority Leader.
I'm writing order 38 that you don't ask private individuals or private business in the floor of the House. The fact that it's not a public forum, no speaker. Let me finish my question. For the fact that it's by the president, the vice president.
Honorable members, order. Majority Leader, you had the member for Nyanija. He rose on 38 and I ruled it out.
Point of order.
And based on 39, let's proceed. There is a point of order from. I hope Honorable Member Kebalang Fofana. I hope your ruling is not on the same.
Honorable Speaker, I'm still rising on 43-4 with regards to the supplementary question that is being asked. No, he did. He asked a supplementary question. No, he asked a supplementary question whether the loans attract collateral. And my point of order is in relation to that.
It was sustained. Honorable, you are not listening.
No, he asked a question.
No, he has two supplementary.
He asked one, and the second one he asked us right now.
No, I didn't hear him. Please.
He didn't hear it. Now let him administer his question again. I'm waiting. Let him administer it.
No, remember, he asked.
My point of order is in advance.
I think you have to. You can. Member for Latikuda Sabiji, you have one more supplementary. Can we hear that?
Honorable Vice President, these funds disbursed to women, I'm asking and you explain to this August gathering whether it attracts any guarantee or collateral. Thank you.
Point of order. Honorable Member for Latikunda Sabi, you are out of order. Member for Birkama North, you have the floor, and Minority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, the parent question contains two parts. Could His Excellency the Vice President inform this August Assembly whether public funds, including monies from the Consolidated Fund or any state enterprises, were used for finance the 50 million fund and provide details on the source of the funds? Honorable Speaker, the response given by the Vice President answers only one part of the parent question. And that is, his response is, public funds are not used for this initiative. How about the other part of the parent question? Provide details on the source of the funds. You could recall, it was during the Middle People's Day,
Don't experiment. Honorable members, order, please. Honorable members, order. Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President, honorable members, that question. Honorable members, please maintain decorum. Once the Vice President responded that no public funds has been used or is expected to be used, that's it. He cannot provide any detail because this is not public funds. So the correction is ruled out.
You didn't listen to the end of my question.
No.
This was long gone the Middle People's Day.
No. Member for Woolly East, you have the floor. Member for Woolly East, you have the floor. Huh? Point of order by the member for Lower Salu.
Can you?
Point of order by the member for Lower Salu.
My point of order will rise, orders 8, orders 2A. Orders 8-2A, right? In the Constitution, I will read the order 8. 8, yes. 2A, now that I will read 2A. That I will read the Constitution. Yes, 2A. Honorable Speaker, probably the 1997 Constitution, 150 of the Constitution provisions that the Constitutional Fund shall be a Constitutional Fund into which shall be paid A, all revenue or other monies rise to receive from the purpose of or behalf of the government and any other monies raised or received in a trust for other behalf of the government. Honorable Speaker, on his response, he said these monies are not government monies. And the charge of the Vice President is to represent government, but not a political party. He is accountable for government businesses. That's section 77B. He's only charged for the government business, but not other political parties. I think you rule out this, we continue. Yeah, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, order, please. Order. You know, Member for Lower Salem, prior to your order, and in fact, the Vice President made it very clear, Senate. The Vice President made it very clear, this is not coming from the public funds. I cannot agree more. Member for Woodley East, you have the floor.
Minority. Honorable Speaker, point of order. Thank you for the point of order. Point of order.
There is a point of order by the member for Nyanija.
Honorable Speaker, supplementary questions. Yes, of course. Supplementary questions. Sub, 43(1). Supplementary questions may be put for the purpose of elucidating an oral answer. And you have put it. The Vice President have succinctly answered this question. So why entertain other supplementary questions? Let's move, please.
No, honorable members, you know, as you read, honorable members, you cannot rule the point of order. If you have a point of order, you have to be quiet and allow me to make ruling. You've, of course, indicated what the Vice President responded, and that is it. But that doesn't ban members from asking supplementary questions. If the supplementary questions are not in line, then they will not be sustained. That's all. Woodley, please, you have the floor.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker.
There is a point of order by nominated member Kebalang Fofana.
Honorable Speaker, 38I. A question shall not be asked as to the character conduct of any person except in his or her official or public capacity. Honorable Speaker, the response from the Vice President is no public funds were used. And any other question that is going to emerge from this floor, we'll be looking at the private dealings of an entity. And this assembly does not have the jurisdiction to look over that. And all other related actions are going to be on the same thing. So should we wait for point of orders or should we do the needful? Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I submit.
Honorable members, order. Order, honorable members, order. Honorable members, order. You know, we must not preempt future questions. My duty and members is to be guided by the standing orders. If a question is asked and it's not in line with the standing orders, the constitution or our procedures, we will definitely do the needful. Let's progress. As we did in the past, I have declined some supplementary questions. So let's proceed in the interest of time. Woodley, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the government is managing the resources of the state.
How can you?
The government.
We can't hear. We are not hearing you here. Can you speak a bit louder, please?
I say the government is managing the resources of the people. And if that same government comes up with a big sum, like $50 million, it is in the interest of the government to come transparently and explain to the people such big amount. And that's why we want the Vice President to be kind enough to explain the scenario surrounding this 50 million so that we will be able to get rid of all the rumor regarding
Honorable member.
Can you do it?
Honorable member.
Can you help explain to us what this money is about? Thank you.
Honorable members, order. Honorable member for Woodley. You know very well this is not government fund. This is a government project. You cannot say that the government came up with 50 million project. You're out of order. That is not correct. No, that is not correct. No, no. No, you are not. Member for Serekunda, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, for the purpose of clarity, already there exists a fund with the same nomenclature with that of the NPP. So does this not raise an eyebrows? Because there is a Women Enterprise Fund that is budgeted for in the 2026 budget, which is administered by the Women's Bureau. So will this not raise eyebrows?
Honorable member, you know the nomenclature is not the same. That is false. You cannot say that. No. No, you cannot say that. No, this is the name of a party. NPP, Women Money, something, something. And this is, and this one is a national something, something. It's
Honorable Speaker,
Honorable members,
it's the same. The nomenclature.
it's not the same. You are out of order. Brikama South, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Your Excellency, I think the other part of the question that we are anticipating is linked to the launching of this particular fund, which is done on a national activity. It was launched during the Meet the People tour. So that is why we need an explanation to know the sources of this money.
Honorable members, you know that is out of order. That question was ruled. No, 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 this is not public funds. The Vice President said this is not public funds. Honorable members, the Vice President made it clear this is not public funds. No, you are out of order. The member for Busumbala, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we are talking about the President of the Republic here, who is launching this enterprise fund, 50 million. So, NPP.
Those are there.
Yes.
If the honorable, please,
Okay.
1 minute. Honorable members, you see, those in the public gallery there, when you speak, I will not be able to hear all your, and if members are engaging you into discussion, ignore them. Pretend you are dumb and you cannot hear. Just ignore them. Yes. Can you repeat your question?
Honorable Speaker, my question is, Honorable Vice President, we are talking about the President of the Republic, His Excellency Adam Barrow, who launched this particular sum for women of NPP. How about the other women that doesn't fall within the categories of NPP? Did you have any other fund for them?
Order, honorable members, order. The member for Busumbala, please, Vice President can invite you to the NPP bureau and you ask him that question, he will respond there, not here. No. No. Order, honorable members. Question number 003 of 2026 by the member for Latikunda.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Vice President, could you explain to this August Assembly why a 15 million enterprise fund was launched specifically for women of a single political party rather than through the existing Women's Enterprises Fund under the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare?
You see,
Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform this August Assembly. Honorable Speaker, I will inform this August Assembly that this question is for the party to answer.
Question number 004 of 2026 by.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Vice President, can you inform this Assembly? Can you inform this Assembly if the disbursement of $50 million to a political party's wing, spearheaded by the head of...
Honorable, please take your seat. Honorable member, he said this question is for the political party, not the Vice President to answer.
Honorable Speaker.
No,
Honorable Speaker.
No, you can go to the party and ask that question there.
No,
not here. No, not here.
No, Honorable Speaker, it's not for the party. He's here on the put up your mic.
All right, final question, go ahead.
And
Please, you have final compliment. If you don't have, please, can I proceed to the...
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Vice President, can you inform this August Assembly if the disbursement of $50 million to a political party's women's wing spearheaded by...
Honorable member, please take your seat. Honorable member Foladikuna, take your seat. Don't engage this assembly into a futile endeavor. Don't do that. You asked a similar question. No.
Speaker, I don't understand the procedures. I have 4 questions for the Vice President. I asked 2 questions. Now I'm asking my 3rd question now. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Point of order. Honorable Speaker, point of order. Honorable member, your 2 supplementary questions are ruled out. So you have exhausted your time. No. Point of order. There's a point of order by member for Verekunda.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Order 41, questions for oral answers. There is nowhere in this provision that limits questions only to governance. It's open to everything.
Honorable member, you said you are writing on order 41.
Yes.
Can you read it, please?
Order 41, yes. Questions for oral answers shall be taken on those Wednesdays on which the Assembly is in session. Where questions to the Assembly authority are to be taken, they shall be taken immediately after question to the Vice President and Ministers.
So now what is your point of order?
Yes.
What is your point of order?
My point of order is that this has been a national discourse. So it's a question which is valid. And this standing order is not limiting us only
Honorable,
to
you are out of order.
governance.
I rule that your order is not upheld. It's ruled out.
Honorable Speaker, point of order.
There is point of order by the member for Fonyi Bintang.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I am rising on point of order 43.1. It says supplementary question may put for the purpose of elucidating an oral answer. Now, it says 2, the member in whose name the question is listed may ask up to 2 supplementary questions. Up to 5 other members may ask one further supplementary question. Now, what I'm driving at is the member for Latrikunda asks 1 question, and in the process of coming up with another question, you interjected. You understand? Now, also, he raised eyes to even want to talk about it when you interjected.
Out of order.
So I am calling you to a point of order.
You are out of order. Sit down. You are out of order. Yes, member for Fonyi Bintang, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Vice President is here on behalf of the President, and the President is the leader of the NPP party. On that note, we are putting the question to the President and to the NPP party in this regard. Our questions still remain the same. Why is it singled out that the 15 million is only NPP women? Honorable Speaker.
Okay, Honorable, sit down.
Point of order,
Honorable member for Fonyi Bintang Karanai.
Point of order, Speaker.
Honorable member for Fonyi Bintang Karanai. To you and to every other member, in case any one of you have questions for various political parties, please go and do that in their political parties or their party headquarters. Vice President is not here representing political parties. He's representing the President and of government. So therefore, that question is not entertained and is thrown out. The member for Woolly, you have the floor. There's a point of order from member for Lower Salud. Point of order.
Honorable Speaker.
Please, there is point of order by the member for Lower Salud.
Honorable Speaker, orders 36. 2. 36 questions to Vice President, Ministers, and the Assembly authorities. 2 says a member may ask questions of A, the Vice President or the Minister, on matters relating to their official responsibility. I think these questions should not be entertained. Because, Madam Speaker, you see, the Vice President, his primary duties is to respond to government businesses, official function, but not National People's Party. He is not the accountant, the account who is responsible for that 50 million. That 50 million was meant for NPP, not government.
Thank you. Honorable member, I think if we have listened and accepted the ruling of the Speaker and procedures of this Parliament, we would have now released Vice President and probably maybe even the second or the third minister. Because all these supplementary questions that are directed to Vice President to respond in respect of political parties, I've ruled them out because they are not in order. Because these questions pass the test of admissibility by the Speaker, they're in plenary. So whatever happens here, if it's not in line with the standing orders and the Constitution, I will not allow it. And I have ruled out almost all these supplementary questions in respect to these various political parties or political questions. So we will just continue to allow them. If you minimize your point of orders on that, we will exhaust very soon. The member for Uli East, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. In the name of transparency, again, an enterprise fund is meant to be a loan to women and to be paid back. So now we have an NPP enterprise fund for the same purpose. And the National Assembly also has disbursed 50 million for the same purpose. Would these two enterprise funds not be confused to mean that they should not be paid because they belong to a political party? Because we have done some investigation and we have discovered that some women are not paying because they believe that it was given to them because of party political matter. They do not pay back. So would this not confuse the two enterprise funds? Thank you.
Honorable member for Uli is, you cannot come to these chambers and inform us of an investigation that have nothing to do with the subject matter. It's not relevant. And no, if you can do it at your party level. In this thing, the Vice President told you, they are not the same. You cannot ask those questions. You cannot confuse people. People are not confused.
Point of order. Point of order. Point of order. Point of order. Point of order.
Member for Uli is, you are out of order.
Point of order.
Yes, Serekunda, can we hear your point of order?
Order. Honorable Speaker, 36-2. If the table office under your leadership the needful,
don't
then we would.
Honorable member for Serekunda, please take your seat. You know, table office, please take your seat.
No, but no, I am on a point of order.
No, you are making a statement. You cannot pinpoint at my staff.
What?
You are pointing fingers at my staff. You cannot do that. Make a point of order.
Because you are also equally throwing words on me.
Oh, please withdraw that. Don't say that. You cannot say that to the speaker. You cannot say that.
Point of order, 36-2.
No, but you cannot say any word that you want to the speaker. You cannot say that. You have to choose your words. Please, go ahead.
Your point of order. My point of order is that if you have done the needful, then this question would have not been admissible.
Honorable member, so you cannot take your seat. Honorable member for Serekunda, you cannot insinuate that the speaker have not done his work. You cannot say that. No, withdraw. Then the member for Woolly, withdraw that statement. Honorable member for Serekunda, can you withdraw that statement? You cannot say the speaker.
You are the very one.
No. Other honorable members. Honorable member. Member for Serekunda, take your seat and listen to me.
No. Wait, you want me to take my
seat? Honorable member, you cannot say that if I have done the needful. You cannot insinuate that the speaker have not done his work. That's what you said. Honorable member for Serekunda, did you say that? Use your mic.
Yes, I say that.
Okay, wait. Can you withdraw that?
No, I cannot withdraw because it is already admitted.
Honorable member for Serekunda.
Your good office.
Honorable member for Serekunda.
This question.
Honorable member for Serekunda, can you withdraw?
How can I? And
no, withdraw that. You cannot say that. I'm going to send him out. Withdraw that statement.
Honorable Speaker, I have a reason not to withdraw. No, why should I withdraw?
You will withdraw that statement.
Already in the question.
No, withdraw that statement.
The question entails the name of a political party. And according to our standing order 32.2, if you have done the needful, then this question would have not been admissible. That is exactly my point. And whatever you want to do, you can do, or you cannot tarnish my image.
Honorable member. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, you see, honorable members, we cannot turn this chamber into a joke or laughing stock. The honorable member for Serekunda is making very dangerous statement in public. He cannot do that. No, wait, honorable members, member for Serekunda, you cannot say the speaker have not done the needful. Honorable member said if. If needful, he said if. Latikuna Sabiji. He said if. Latikuna qualified to that statement if. Latikuna Sabiji. Please behave. Please don't do that. Honorable members, we should not allow members to make deliberate statement and statement that goes to demean people or their offices or their act, especially in the service of national duty. The honorable members, order, don't do. Honorable members, order, please. Can you give chance to the vice president to sit down and we continue arguing until tomorrow? Give him chance to sit down. Yes. We continue. No, let him. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Please. Let's do something. We work. We are not working. Honorable members. Please. Honorable members. You see, we don't like hypocritical statements. You are the people disrupting and wasting the time of the vice president. And yet you are making your corner hypocritical statement. You cannot do. You have to stop that, but you are not. Don't use your mic, please. Of course. Not one thing. Whatever is.
Honorable Speaker,
honorable members,
for the interest of time, and we are in Ramadan, I humbly withdraw. Thank you very much.
Question number 004 of 2026 by the member for Latikunda Sabiji.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Vice President, can you inform this August Assembly if the disbursement of $50 million to a political party's women's wing, spearheaded by the head of state, complies with the Election Act 2026 and Code of Conduct for Public Officers regarding vote buying or unfair use of executive influence in an election year?
Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform this August Assembly that is, as stated in my question earlier on, the enterprise fund of the National People's Party is purely a party affair, and any matter relating to a political party's conduct in relation to Election Act should be referred to the Independent Electoral Commission.
Member, I have no supplementary question. Maybe all members have. Thank you. The member for Brikama North and Minority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, the issue of compliance with the Election Act and Code of Conduct for public officers regarding vote buying and other related matters are matters for elections, and IEC is not representing here. The Vice President speaks.
No, don't make statements.
No.
Honorable, Honorable, when I'm speaking, please. Okay, sit down.
Honorable Speaker, point of order.
There is a point of order by the member for Fonyi Bintan.
Honorable Speaker, I am rising on point of order 43.3. It says the time taken to ask a supplementary question shall be no longer than 1 minute. So long he is within the 1 minute. He is laying the foundation. You should not interject him, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable member, members order. Honorable member for Fonyi Bintan. Were you here on Monday? I told you people that you cannot lay foundation here because we are not constructing buildings here. No, we are not constructing buildings here. No, we lay foundation. See, order. Your point of order. He was not here. Don't give a leave to use the. Honorable Speaker, he was not here. Don't use my, please. Latikunda Sabaji, if you continue to disrupt proceeding, I will send you out of plenary. Billahi wallahi. You cannot continue. Don't use your mic. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. This is not a bandabai Latikunda. Take your seat. Okay, take your seat. Take your seat. If you continue this up here, I will send you out. Yes. If you continue this up, I will send you out. Please, Janjambure and Busumala, he's your neighbor. You better warn him. If you want to, you know, on that day I told him, he behaved. Today he want to misbehave, I'll send him out. Now, honorable members, member for Fonyi Bintan, I told you, don't use your mic. If there are any member who want to lay foundation, go and join the engineers. Not here. No. Member for Brikama North and Minority Leader, you ask your question.
Yes, the question is, could the Vice President answer the question on compliance with the Election Act and Code of Conduct? IEC is not represented here. The Vice President answer whether the party or the President action was in compliance with the Election Act and Code of Conduct. Not for IEC to answer.
Honorable members, order. The question was asked and fully answered by the Vice President. Your question is out of order. The member for Parliamentary, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Vice President. Your Excellency, the Vice President, it is fully clear, or it was fully clear, that when you were launching...
No, you cannot say that. You cannot say fully clear what? Ask your question.
Allow me to learn.
No, you are not right.
You said allow me to learn.
No.
You didn't know what I wanted to say.
No, ask supplementary question. Don't fly here.
Supplementary question.
Yes, go ahead. Don't ask fully make statement.
You don't put words in my mouth.
Ask questions. Ask questions.
Honorable Speaker, Your Excellency, the Vice President, when you were launching this fund, was the office of the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare represented? And did they take part in distributing this fund? Thank you.
Honorable member, did you read the parent question and the answer? Out of order, you know that. No. Honorable members, please read your standing orders. You cannot do that. No. It's very important. The member for Kiang West, you have the floor. Can be here, Honor, sir.
No, I'm rising to tell you that you hold assembly at ransom. You hold assembly at ransom, and we are not happy. Ministers leave businesses to come here for us to work.
Honorable member, you
So we cannot be here and we cannot do anything to it.
Honorable member, you cannot do that. How can you just rise and make that statement? You cannot do that. You are out of order. Don't do that next time. Member for East, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for being democratic this morning.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. I'm thanking you very much for being democratic this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm happy.
Honorable Speaker, would the Honorable Vice President explain if he has advised His Excellency the President regarding this ethical implication regarding such an enterprise during an election? Have you actually advised the President about the ethical implication of this?
Senior member, you cannot say those statements. No, you cannot say it here. You cannot do that. There is no question about ethical or unethical or whatever. No, you cannot do that. No, member Fulis. Honorable members, for me today, I am really flabbergasted. I don't know why members are just trying to go out of order. Is this deliberate or we don't read and understand our standing orders? You cannot do that. Yes, member for supplementary question. No. Question 005 of 2026 by the member for Latikunda Sabaji.
Thank you very much. Honorable Vice President, can you inform this August Assembly whether the state resources, including government vehicles and civil service personnel, were utilized in the planning and execution of National People's Party Fund launched at the party headquarters?
Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform this August Assembly that I am not aware of any state resource being used.
Thank you. Member for Woodley East.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Would the Honorable Vice President endeavor to find out whether any state resources have been used during this occasion?
No, Honorable Member, you're out of order. He cannot endeavor anything. How can he endeavor? He has answered. He said no. What do you want him to endeavor? No, he cannot endeavor on that. No endeavor. No, he cannot endeavor. There is no endeavor here. No, he cannot endeavor on that. He has answered the question. There is no reason you want him to endeavor something that he cannot endeavor. No. The member for Brikama North and Minority Leader, you have the floor.
Honorable Speaker and Your Excellency the Vice President, in your response, you did indicate that you are not aware of any state resources being used. In receipt of this question, did you do any finding to establish this fact?
Honorable Member, no, you cannot be here and be there. No. It's the duty of the Speaker to conduct proceedings in accordance with the law. No. I have answered it clearly. You cannot, a question that is fully asked and answered cannot be asked again. No, you cannot do that. I told you, we don't have midwives here, Honorable, to deliver babies. No,
If you are pregnant, go to the health facilities. You cannot deliver that. Honorable, we don't have midwives here to help us deliver. No. No. Question number 006 of 2020. Yes. Question number 8, sorry. Member of Busumbala, you have the floor.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Vice President, are you aware that the President was using his state vehicle to attend this particular function?
Honorable members, you see, you are going around the same question. The man asked a question. No, the man asked a question, he responded. And now you are, in fact, it's worse because you are seeking for his personal opinion. He cannot answer that. That is out of order.
Honorable Vice President, we are putting it to you that the President indeed uses official car to attend this function.
No, member, you said you are putting it to him. No, he said he have not. That is not a correction. That is not a correction. Order, out of order. Question number 006 of 2026 by the member for Olyundum and Deputy Majority Leader.
You people have... Honorable Speaker, could His Excellency the Vice President inform this August Assembly whether the government will consider exempting persons with disabilities from the payment of $1,000 airport security fee charged on departing and arriving passengers?
Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform this August Assembly that under the current contract, there is no exemption for persons with disabilities. However, consideration may be given when the current contract is to be reviewed.
Yes, member for Central Badibu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Your Excellency, it's not about disabled alone or people with disability. Do you plan to do away with this security fee because people are complaining?
Honorable Speaker, at this point, it is not considered.
Member for Brikama North and Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Your Excellency, in your response, you indicated that consideration may be given when the contract is to be reviewed. When is the contract due to be reviewed?
Honorable Speaker, as far as I know, I stand to be corrected, but I think the contract has about 2 years to go.
Member for Parliamentary, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Your Excellency, with regards to this parent question, how do you intend to classify the persons with disability with this regard? Thank you.
Honorable Speaker, I think there are already some standard classifications as far as persons with disability. I cannot say at this point, but I know that the Ministry of Gender and others, I think there are for the United Nations in general, also have some standard definitions because disabilities differ. Thank you.
Member for Opafula, do you have the floor?
Yes, I think I have to withdraw because Minority Leader asked the question that I want to ask. Thank you.
Member for Busumbala, you have the floor. Huh? Withdrawn, Busumbala withdrawn? Okay. The member for Central Badibu. Honorable members, on your behalf, I want to thank His Excellency the Vice President for those answers provided to honorable members. Your Excellency, thank you very much. It has been a very good day. And Ramadan Mubarak to you. Clerk, we may proceed.
Questions for oral answers. Honorable Minister for Fisheries, Water Resources and National Assembly Matters.
Thank you, honorable members. The Honorable Minister for Fisheries, Water Resources and National Assembly Matters, you may please take the podium. Question number 052 of 2026 by the Honorable Member for Bakau constituency.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, despite ongoing investment in the water sector, many communities still lack access to safe drinking water. Could the Honorable Minister for Fisheries and Water Resources inform this August Assembly what measures the government is taking to expand potable water supply, particularly in rural and peri-urban areas?
Honorable Minister, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before I give the answer, I just wanted to add something. Peri-urban are not responsibility of the Ministry of Fisheries, Water Resources and National Assembly Matters, but that of NAVEC, which is under the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy. However, Honorable Speaker, my ministry on behalf of the government is and will continue to provide water to the rural communities through an annual government local fund, GLF, allocations. In addition, my ministry through the Climate Smart Rose Project provided 68 water systems covering 142 communities funded by African Development Bank, which were completed and handed over by the President during the last Meet the People's tour. Relatively, between 23rd and 27th of March of this month, a team from ADB is expected in the country to discuss the second phase of the project, which is targeting 100 systems.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. No further questions.
Member for Fonyi Bentankarana, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, it seems like based on the question you answered, you are not responsible to a certain extent, but you said you got 150 borehole supplies. In which areas do you have these water supplies? The area, not specifically the villages, but the areas.
I said 68 systems covering 142 communities, and it's all over the rural area, including Fonyi.
Member for Central Badibu, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, you said there is going to be a kind of a second phase of this after your reassessment. Do you plan to consider GINAC in the second phase?
The technicians will look at it and advise accordingly.
Member for Brikama North and Minority Leader.
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Minister, in your response, you indicate that the second phase is what you are working on, or will be working on. And could you inform this August Assembly how many communities are projected to benefit from the second phase? And if that includes communities in Brikama North, Chembuje, Kubune, Bafuloto, Galoya, and then Kasakunda area. Thank you.
Honorable, you have virtually created a substantive question. No, please, you cannot dribble like this. No, you are out of order. Central body who want something. Not Brikama, not you also want something. So the member for Same, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for coming up a new phase. But what I want to ask is that there were boreholes that were dug for 4 years. What is your office going to do with those boreholes?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, there are 42 outstanding, which are part of these 100 sites that are targeted. They are very much part of it.
Member for Atikuna Sabaji, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, the first phase that was concluded, was there any government counterpart funding, and how much was this funding?
I think that's a new question completely. I have to do some research on it.
Honorable members, on your behalf, I want to thank the Honorable Minister for Fisheries, Water Resources and National Assembly for those questions provided. Clerk, we may proceed.
Thank you. Question for oral answers. The Honorable Minister for Interior.
Thank you. Questions for which due notices. Thank you, Honorable Member, Honorable Minister for Interior, you may take the podium. Questions for which due notices were given to the Honorable Minister for Interior by Honorable Members for oral reply. Question number 007 of 2026 by the Honorable Member for Same.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Interior inform this August Assembly whether the Ministry is aware of livestock theft in Same and Nyani, and what measures are being taken to address the situation?
What is the problem?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, report from communities in regions such as the Nyami district indicate that significant number of livestock theft incidents are linked to the transshumant movement of herders from neighboring Senegal, who frequently cross into the Gambia in search of grazing land. In response, the Gambia Police Force has intensified patrols in affected communities, working closely with village heads and community watch groups to monitor and deter criminal activities. Daily visibility patrols and community policing activities have been expanded in the area to strengthen police engagement with citizens. Despite the increased patrol and interagency coordination, operational challenges persist, particularly due to inadequate mobility and limited fuel resources. A recent evaluation of border and security infrastructure noted that lack of reliable vehicles and patrol equipment significantly hampers the ability of security personnel to conduct comprehensive patrols and respond quickly to incidents in remote areas.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, would your office Hence, you accept that it is common there. Would your office prioritize Nyani and Same, the securities there, to have a mobility so that they can easily monitor these activities?
Okay, thank.
Member for Central Body, you have the floor.
I answered.
Central Body,
I answered. I said, okay.
Honorable Minister, Minister of Interior, Honorable Minister, let them not engage you. If they engage onto any question, don't answer.
Okay,
Central Body,
thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, do you plan to have more community policing as far as this theft issue is concerned, community engagement?
Yes, I did answer. I did mention it in my answer.
Upper Fuller do West, you have the floor.
Yes, the question that I want to ask to the Honorable Minister, which communities are mostly affected as far as these incidents are concerned? Sabe and Nyani, which of these communities are mostly affected?
I can't give you that answer now because I don't have those details.
Member for Parliamentary, you have the floor. Or the member for, or is law followed? No, you cannot say after him is me. I saw your tag. I saw her tag. If she is not talking, then. So is lower body with them? Yes, lower body, we have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, have your men ever made any arrest with regards to this theft in Nyani or Same? Have they ever made any arrest with regards to this animal theft?
They may, but I don't have the details.
Yes.
They may, but I don't.
Parliamentary, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Minister of Interior. I know you might be having challenges as you constantly talk about mobility constraints. Would it be possible, because this animal theft is alarming in that area, would it be possible, or is there any possibility of shifting or taking one vehicle from the urban area to that area so that problems could be solved? Thank you.
We don't even have enough in the urban areas, so we are just using what we have. But sometimes we do patrol the area.
Nominated member Fatuke Jawari, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, hence you have exhausted all the mechanism, patrols and presence of armed men in street. Do you have any other mechanisms in place to apply apart from this, hence you have challenges of mobilities and order?
I did say that in my answer. We are doing community policing, we are consulting with the village head, we have also youth groups, vigilantes, all of them are doing their job.
Question number 008 of 2026 by the member for Banjul North.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Interior inform this August Assembly on the current status of the mortuary facilities relating to bodies exhumed under the transitional justice process and the government's capacity to conduct the required forensic examinations?
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, may I inform this August Assembly that the Gambia Police Force has trained forensic experts who participated directly in the examination exercise conducted during the TRRC hearings. These experts continue to be used in the preservation, documentation, and forensic examination of human remains, helping to ensure that all procedures align with international best practices and standards for forensic investigation. However, we will continue to solicit the support of our partners where necessary.
Question number 009 of 2026 by the member for Bakau.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Interior inform this August Assembly what concrete measures the government has put in place to strengthen internal security, border control, and intelligence coordination in light of emerging security threats in the sub-region and recent incidents in the country?
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, the government of the Gambia recognizes the emerging security challenges, including irregular migration, transnational crime, smuggling networks, and evolving sub-regional threats, requiring a comprehensive, coordinated, and forward-looking responses. In this regard, our law enforcement agencies and international partners are implementing a series of measures to strengthen internal security, border control, and interagency intelligence coordination. The department also maintains a centralized biometric database on immigrants, and has successfully installed the Migration Information Data Analysis System, MIDAS, at 7 major entry points and integrated immigration control system at the Banjul International Airport. This modern system captures, stores, and analyzes travel histories and biometric data in real time, enabling authorities to detect fraudulent documents and other illicit activities at port of entries and exits. Honorable Speaker, with funding from IOM, these 3 state-of-the-art border posts have been constructed and now operational to facilitate integrated border management for operational efficiency. These modern facilities equipped for migration processes and surveillances, improve management on national borders. Internal security has also been reinforced through an increased police presence, expanded community policing initiative, and deployment of rapid response unit, including the highway patrol unit. To consolidate this gain, additional resources are essential, particularly to further equip and expand the border patrol units and enhance its operational capacity. Continuous capacity building in counterterrorism and cybercrime, strengthening partnership with international partners, and the review and update of legal framework to adequately cater for organized crimes offenses. This demonstrates the government commitment to safeguarding national security.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. The response given when it comes to border control is very satisfactory. But when we talk of the internal security, we have seen in recent times, people are being attacked in their homes. What measures are you taking as a ministry to minimize those attacks?
What we are doing, we can only patrol the streets, but we cannot guard the homes.
Member for Central Body, we have the floor.
Yes, Honorable Minister, not only in the homes, but even in the street. And it's constitutional to guide every citizen of this country, whether in our home or outside.
I know, Honorable Member, but we can only patrol. We cannot guard the homes, I insist.
Member for Upper Florida West, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much. Honorable Minister, hence you are aware that security is very, very paramount to life. Now, where does our crime rate stands as a country? Can you give this assembly? Where does our crime rate stands as a country?
I don't have the data. I don't have the data, but we are the lowest in the sub-region.
For your councillor, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Minister. In patrols that you've said, not garden homes, your routine patrols, as a ministry, can you tell this assembly what are the most salient challenges that the police force normally face? Insinuating inadequate patrols to various vicinities. What are your main challenges that the patrol unit normally faces in the execution of their duties?
Resources.
Question number 010 of 2026 by the member for Lower Badibu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, a magistrate at the Cardiff Magistrate Court was recently attacked in court, which led to the suspension of proceedings in that court. Could the Honorable Minister for Interior inform this August Assembly what measures have been taken to provide adequate protection for the magistrates?
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform this August Assembly that the government has taken immediate and decisive action to protect members of the judiciary following the unfortunate incident at the Cardiff Magistrate Court. The magistrate affected by the incident has been provided with armed personnel orderly from the police intervention unit. Furthermore, the PIU personnel are now deployed to the court premises during trials, ensuring the safety of the magistrate court and the litigants. The Ministry of Interior remains fully committed to working closely with the judiciary to strengthen security arrangement, enhance coordination, and uphold the integrity of our justice system.
Thank you. No further questions, Minister.
Fatou K. Jawara, nominated member. Fatou K. Jawara.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, apart from providing security for the magistrates, what punishment have you put in place to those perpetrators who obstruct the proceeding of the judiciary?
Honorable Member, we don't punish, we arrest and prosecute, and punishment is left to the court. So I think the court will decide what to do with them. Thank you.
Member for Brikama North and Minority Leader.
Thank you very much. Honorable Minister, you indicated that PIU personnel are provided to magistrates as well as the armed PIU personnel also are provided around the magistrate courts. Is this covering the entire country?
No, Honorable.
Member for Upper Fuladu West.
Yes, Honorable Minister, in your response, just the answer that you have given, you said no. The question that I want to ask, don't you think other magistrates, especially those in the rural area, may feel segregated?
I don't think so, because normally it's the judges who are giving orderlies and security. The magistrates are giving police orderlies. And of recent, I think when I was IGP, we even trained some police personnel to give them PI uniform to give them security. I think most of them have, not all of them.
Member for Fonye Councillor, you have the floor. It's out. Question number 011 of 2026 by the member for Lower Badibu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, before I administer my question, there is an error Yeah, that's the tail end of my question. That is no abroad. It's not abroad. It's to the Gambians living in the Gambia. Can I read my question now? Okay. With amendment, yes. Our speaker. In fact, I contacted the table office through Mr. Tony. He promised me that he was going to rectify it, but nothing has been done about it. And anyway, can I?
This is Gambians living in the Gambia.
Yes, exactly.
Not living abroad.
Not abroad, but in the Gambia here.
So therefore, the answer the minister provided to us, and now is.
No, but sorry, if you read the question, it doesn't make sense to say Gambians living abroad, because let me read the question for you so that you can understand.
Okay.
Honorable Speaker, the Gambian Immigration Department has embarked on the issuance of identification cards to the Gambians outside the Gambia. But access to the same document remains a nightmare for ordinary Gambians. Could the Honorable Minister of Interior inform this August Assembly whether the ministry has any plans to improve access to identification cards for Gambians living in the Gambia? No, that was a note.
Honorable members.
Okay, fine.
Honorable members, order now. Now the member for Bakau, the member for Lower Badiou, you told us what you submitted is not what is in the. So now, therefore, there is fundamental difference. Order. That's because, Honorable.
Sorry. Just to allow us to proceed, I am, of course, withdrawing it till next session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We want to thank you for thank you so much. Question number 012 of 2026 by the member for Olyundum and Deputy Majority Leader.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Interior inform this August Assembly whether the government plans to review and update the Drug Control Act of 2003 to address current challenges related to drug trafficking, abuse, and related offenses?
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, the government recognizes the need to strengthen our legal framework to effectively address the evolving challenges posed by drug trafficking, abuse, and related offenses. The process of overhauling the Drug Control Act 2023 is ongoing. A drafted document is already generated and submitted to the Ministry of Justice for review and legal drafting. Once the bill is ready and passed, it will enhance effectiveness in our response to emerging trends in drug trafficking and abuse.
Perhaps maybe the minister can tell us whether his ministry will be following the Minister of Justice to either fast track the bill so that you can have it on time and submit it to the Parliament for our consideration. Is that going to?
Yes, we will do. We have almost five to six acts on all the institutions under my purview.
The member for Central Body, we have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much. I think, Honorable Minister, this act needs serious, it needs to be revisited. And do you plan to declassify cannabis sativa as a hard drug? I said, do you plan to declassify cannabis sativa as a hard drug? Type?
No.
Honorable members, thank you. On your behalf, I want to thank the the Honorable Minister for Interior for those questions provided. Honorable Minister, you may take. Clerk, we may proceed.
Thank you. Question for oral answers continues. The Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Food Security.
Thank you, honorable members. The Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Food Security, please take the podium. Questions for which due notices were given to the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Food Security by honorable members for oral reply. Question number 049 of 2026 by the member for Fonyi Bondali.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Livestock and Food Security inform this Assembly if the current status of women garden in Alokunda and gardens in Kayabor and Gendin?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Member for Fonyi Bondali. The two villages, namely Alakunda and Kayabor, are community-initiated gardens with some support both from government and other development partners that enable them carry on vegetable production over the years. The Alakunda garden was erected in 2005 by the Son Joseph's family farm in Buyam, which is an NGO. It had wire fence with 2 wells. It's a 5-hectare plot. There is no active production due to structural defect as of now. The one in Kayabor is a 1-hectare garden erected in 1994 with 2 wells with wire fence. They receive support from both government and our partners, but are since ceased operation due to the same structural defect. While the third village you mentioned, Jending, they have a 3-hectare community land that is documented, but it has never been a garden. It has no fence, it has no well. I will advise the Honorable Member for Fonyi Bondali to liaise with our regional directorate in the West Coast to facilitate assistance from our projects that are operating in the region, such as the P2P2RS project, Giraffe, GAF SP, and the Roots project. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Minister, these villages have applied for both the project you mentioned.
Honorable yes?
No, I did. That is okay. These villages did apply for those projects that you have mentioned, but yet they did not hear any response from the said projects. So, what step do we need again, to
what? But remember, you asked a question and the minister answered that engage the regional directorate.
What? He said they have engaged them and they have not responded. What can he do next?
You have one more supplementary. That's okay. The member for Upper Fuladu West, you have the floor.
Yes, Honorable Minister, thank you so much for the good work that you are doing in this country. Anyway, the question that I want to ask, do your ministry have any plan to assess the situation of other community gardens within Fonyi Bondali?
No.
Whether you have any plan in your ministry?
No, you are out of order.
It's not a new question. It's within the...
Member for Janjambure, you have the floor.
Where is Alakunda? Is Alakunda not in Fonyi Bondali?
No, this man is from Bansang. He is a neighbor.
Janjambure, you have the floor.
Yeah. Thank you, Honorable Minister.
You did respond to my colleague that he could engage the regional officials of Ministry of Agriculture or the related projects to have support for their community garden. Could it be in the reverse for your ministry to engage these regional staffs or the projects to work with the community in enhancing the vegetable growing could happen in Fonya as expected? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Member for Janyambure. Yes, that is possible upon request at the Ministry of Agriculture. Thank you.
Member for Fonyi Binta, Fonyi Brefet, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Binta.
Honorable Minister, in your response, you measured that there is a garden supported by St. Joseph since 2002, and you said there is no active production right now. Maybe the garden is dilapidated. Honorable Minister, do you have any plan to rehabilitate that garden if the garden is not working?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. This garden, like I mentioned earlier, was a community-initiated garden which lacked the sustainability plan built by the community at the time of inception in 2005. Unfortunately, it has been down for over a decade and due to structural defects, and it has not come to the notice of the ministry. So I think I will advise either you or the honorable member for Fonyi Bondali to notify the ministry of defect gardens in your area, and if it falls within our budget, which you people approved here, we will take a look at them. Thank you.
Member for Fonyi Bintankaranai.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, this structural defect has been a major issue in the country, especially in the rural gardens. And most of them have this issue constantly. Is it possible for the Ministry of Agriculture to come up with a plan so as to actually renovate this garden or maintenance them constantly, please?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Member for Fonyi Bintang. I think for sustainability purposes, it will not be prudent for the Ministry of Agriculture to constantly be renovating gardens. I think for sustainability, we will be building the gardens, build committees and structures that will oversee these gardens locally, and then be responsible for minor maintenances. Because most of the gardens, there will be a dependency syndrome if we have to do maintenance cost of even less than $1,000. So our output now from hence is to form committees, and we call them sustainability committees, and then that is the way forward. Thank you.
Member for Kiang West, you have the floor.
Yes, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, this is a follow-up on Honorable Member for Fonyi Bondali's supplementary question. He has confirmed that these people have sent several applications. So are you ready to re-engage those people to make follow-up on those applications, and how soon could you do that so that the applications that are on your table could be given due consideration?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Member for Kia. As far as I'm concerned, there is no application on my desk or the desk of the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Agriculture.
Honorable members, on your behalf, I wish to thank the Honorable Minister for Agriculture. Honorable Minister, you may leave now. Clerk, you may proceed.
Thank you. Question for oral answers continues. The Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation, and Gambians Abroad.
Thank you, Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation, and Gambians Abroad. Please, you may take the podium now. Questions for which due notices were given to the Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambians abroad by honorable members for oral reply. Question number 354 of 2025 by the Honorable Member for Olyundum and Deputy Majority Leader.
Honorable Speaker, considering the Gambia's commendable step in strengthening global nuclear governance, including the ratification of the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons 2018, the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty 2022, and the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty 1975, and noting the recent deposit of the instrument of ratification of the Statute of the International Atomic Energy Agency in January 2023, could the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambians abroad clarify to this August Assembly whether the government intends to further its commitment to nuclear and radical security by acceding to the Convention on the Physical Protection of Nuclear Material, its amendment, and the International Convention for the Suppression of Acts of Nuclear Terrorism? What considerations or consultations are currently underway regarding these treaties, and is there any strategic framework guiding the Gambia's engagement with international nuclear security instruments?
Thank you very much. Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the Honorable Member for his question. The Gambia's position on nuclear weapons and our engagement with the international nuclear security and disarmament framework, on the Gambia's established commitment to the ban on nuclear weapons. Honorable Speaker, the Gambia has been at the forefront of global efforts to ban nuclear weapons and promote their total elimination. Our country's foreign policy has always been grounded in promotion of peace and security, non-violence, and respect for international law. In this regard, the Gambia has ratified the following key global instruments relating to the ban on nuclear weapons: the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, NPT 1975, the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons, TPNW 2018, and the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty, CTBT 2022. Furthermore, the Gambia deposited its instrument of ratification of the status of the International Atomic Energy Agency in January 2023, signifying our continued engagement with the international system governing nuclear and radiological safety. On national institution framework, Honorable Speaker, it is important to note that the Gambia does not possess any nuclear weapon or nuclear materials. However, recognizing the global risk associated with nuclear and radiological substances, the government has designated the National Environment Agency, NEA, as the competent national authority for all issues relating to nuclear and radiological safety and security. The NEA works closely with the IAEA, which provides the technical guidance and capacity building and regulatory support to ensure the Gambia maintains the highest standard of safety and compliance. The NEA is currently well advanced in consultation and negotiation with the IAEA to strengthen our national framework in line with international best practices. On engagement with additional protocols, instruments, Honorable Speaker, with regards to the Gambia's potential accession to the Convention on the Physical Protection of Nuclear Materials, CPPNM, and its amendment and consultations are also ongoing with the coordination of the NEA in collaboration with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Justice and other relevant institutions. On the strategic guidance and international cooperation, Honorable Speaker, the Gambia's engagement in nuclear governance is guided by the strategic framework anchored on the National Development Plan, our foreign policy framework, and our obligations under the African Nuclear Weapon-Free Zone Treaty, the Pelindaba Treaty. These frameworks prioritizes peace and disarmament, and also national values, safety and security in the peaceful use of science and technology, and active multilateral cooperation to the IAEA and the African Commission on Nuclear Energy. Honorable Speaker, in conclusion, the Gambia remains resolute in its commitment to a world free of nuclear weapons. While our nation does not possess such weapons, we are actively strengthening our institutional and legal capacities in line with IAEA standards. Under the leadership of NEA and with the support of the IAEA, the Gambia will continue to promote nuclear safety, security, disarmament, consistent with our long-standing commitment to peace, environmental protection, and global security. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Within the question, my supplementary question was embedded in the parent question, so he has responded to that. Thank you.
Member for Parliamentary, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs. Honorable Speaker, I just want the Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs to form this August Assembly. Since when this information about the nuclear security to be brought before the Parliament to be ratified or to be treated to be ratified, how long did it take from that date to now? Thank you. I am talking about the duration. How long?
How long will it take?
I'm just, you know, I remember Honorable Member for Olundum has brought before the Parliament a parliamentary question with regards to nuclear security for the government to take action. So I'm asking the minister now, what was the period, or what is the period from that effect, from that date to now? How long since when it was brought before him to now? I just want to know the period. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, I think Honorable Member is trying to refer to the ISAND.
May I don't understand what the member is?
Yes. It's the ISAND.
Yes.
Honorable Minister.
The Honorable Member is referring to the ISAND, and that is the suppression of nuclear terrorism. And exactly as I have indicated in my responses, both the national institution responsible, the national authority, that is the NEA in collaboration with Foreign Affairs, and IAEA, they are working on this particular protocol. Thank you.
Member for Fonyi Bintan Karanai.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, if the international standards are not respecting this nuclear treaty, can't we also look ways of developing that nuclear weapons for our country?
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, like we have said, the Gambia remains very committed in a world free of nuclear weapons. And we will continue to shape that policy of a free world without nuclear. Thank you.
Member for Woolly East, you have the floor.
Yes. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Minister, the question I have is whether during all these negotiations or engagements that you are having, you've been trying to, in any way, support the argument that the Gambia should be able to use peaceful use of nuclear technology to be able to boost energy production. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Very right. We continue to pursue clean nuclear energy in this regard. Thank you.
Member for Serekunda, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I would like to thank the member for Olyundum for bringing up this very important question. As a member of an international delegation, we were tasked to inquire into the level of implementation of such treaties. So could the Honorable Minister update this August Assembly on all the treaties and conventions that you have signed with the IAEA and their level of implementation? Thank you.
Honorable Member for Serekunda. You see, Honorable Member for Serekunda, members from Banjul Central, Janjambure, and Opasalom, I saw them laughing, enjoying their Ramadan. So you are out of order. Honorable members, question number.
Honorable Speaker, I mean for him to finish the assembly, not today.
You see, the member for Upper Salem, you cannot be helping them to reframe in their question. Don't do that. No, no. Question number 355.
This is very important. We want him to furnish us.
But you miss your chance. You know, your chances comes for only one.
But question number. But you have been giving people chances.
Okay, Honorable Minister, please consider updating him.
Not consider updating me. I want him to confirm.
All right, yes.
The Parliament.
Please provide the list, Honorable Minister.
Okay, thank you.
Question number 355 of 2025 by the member for Olyundum and Deputy Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'm sure there is a slight technical, perhaps typo error in the way the question is drafted. So I'll read for him to understand. Honorable Speaker,
you read.
I mean the response, because the response was from the minister and not from you, the speaker. You know, if you read it, you see it's
but read as it is, then you can explain.
Okay. Honorable Speaker, in your response to question to the Honorable Minister dated 9 November 2022 regarding the Gambia's failure to submit its mandatory national report to the United Nations Security Council 1540 Committee, 18 years after the resolution was adopted, you cited a lack of technical capacity and know-how as the primary reason. You further stated that the ministry would advise the Ministry of Defense as the line ministry to seek the necessary support to prepare the report. Could the Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation and Gambians Abroad to this August Assembly? What concrete steps have been taken since that commitment to address the technical capacity gap? Has the Ministry of Defense received any external assistance, training or advisory support to facilitate the drafting of the report? And is there any projected timeline for when the Gambia will finally submit its national report to the 1540 committee?
On that one, very honorable speaker, in your response to the question to the honorable minister, it should be honorable minister in your response. Honorable Minister.
Thank you. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Defense